Hi, Steve Garland here, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my recap from the National Dual Meet Championship that just happened this past weekend in Ithaca, New York. Going to shoot you guys straight, keep it short and to the point. We did not wrestle well. We did not compete well. We did a lot of things wrong and a few things right. We were very disappointed in our guys, disappointed in myself, disappointed in a lot of things. Starting right off the bat, the day started that morning. We found out that Jed Moore wasn't going to be able to wrestle. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but just to say that, because for his personal privacy, but to say that it was something that he wasn't able to compete. Jed's been the heart and soul of the team all year. Him along with Nick Stolzer, John Fauzi, Snyder, and the rest of the guys, he's had a phenomenal season like a lot of our guys have had, some of the guys I just mentioned. And so there was a big blow to our program, especially the way he competes, the intensity. You know, it just was a lot to take in, especially on short notice. I mean, and then to compound the problem, he had actually beaten the Nebraska guy head to head during the year. So obviously, there's no crystal ball. No one's saying that would have happened again. We can't predict the future. It didn't happen, but we had a good chance there. So being that he beat him once before, we felt really confident about him in the lineup. And so it got worse. We go to the dual meet, and we had to show first. We showed forfeit. We didn't have a guy there because Blaze Butler, the guy who had been wrestling behind Jed all season, had been great for us. He had wrestled 65 the weekend before, so with the new NCAA rules, he couldn't make weight. He couldn't go down. So we didn't have a body. Again, there's no way anybody could predict this was going to happen. We had to end up forfeiting, so they put in their backup 57 and bumped up the 6th-ranked guy in the country up to Sulzer, and it just threw everything off. So long story short is that's no excuse for the way we competed. I mean, other than Schneider and DiCamillo did great, other than that, we didn't do a whole lot of good things. So a lot to take from that match. So the good thing about losing, and I've said this to you guys before, is that when you lose, the things you're doing bad really are evident, and the things you need, your weak areas really become evident. So we got a whole lot of data and information to go off of what we need to fix moving forward. And so that's the positive of where we go from here is a lot of those other teams now, namely Virginia Tech and some other teams, Cornell, these other teams that are now have advanced, they got to make weight again. They got to travel to Minnesota again. They got to do all these things that beat their bodies up. And what we're going to do this week is focus on healing up, resting up, conditioning, and just getting our guys feeling great for the next 2-week cycle that heads into the AC tournament. And so it's full throttle on that right now, and that's our only focus.